What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and today I'm going to be talking about the latest Samurai Jack episode. Truth be told, this is a little late for a couple of reasons. We tried to record on Skype, and I updated my computer. Long story short, I didn't have the call recorder, and I tried to do it with Haley, and we actually recorded it 2 times. Because the audio was just not working. So this is my 3rd time talking about this episode, so I don't think I'm going to do a whole recap because it's been a whole 2 days. So I think I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts on the episode, generally speaking, and what I think is going to be happening next, and what I think all of this entire episode was leading up to in terms of the series and the next episode and everything like that. So overall, this is a really good episode. This is actually my first episode that I'm seeing fresh and brand new on TV. Some of you may know that I went to an event in LA where they basically screened the first 3 episodes in a movie-like format for season 5. So this is the first episode that I'm actually seeing that's new since that event, and I actually had to wait an extra week because of the April Fool's joke, so I was pretty salty about that. But yeah, I really liked this episode. I thought it was interesting to see Jack's dilemma, just kind of saving Ashi's life, and his reasonings behind saving Ashi's life that whole time, even though she was trying to kill him that entire time. It was actually very Steven Universe-y, I feel like, just because it was just more about empathy and understanding. And Jack feels pretty much responsible for Ashi and her role in the world right now. She's only there because he wasn't able to kill Aku. I mean, she's really there for Aku, but Jack does feel guilty because he lost his sword. It's been 50 years. And, he's just kind of down and out. So this is like his only real way to kind of make up for the lack of dead Aku, if you will. And it was interesting to see his reasoning behind that. He truly does see Ashi as an innocent person. And he's kind of right in a way, because she was basically brainwashed. And we know that Ashi, deep down in her nature, to her core, is a good person. She's just extremely misguided, and her brain has been warped from the time of birth. So it's interesting to see that dynamic. I really loved seeing Jack and Ashi interact in such a funny way, because Ashi's just freaking out and calling him scum and just going off just like she was in the previous episode. And Jack is just taking it all in stride. He's cracking jokes. He's calm. He's smiling about it. He's all good. And I love that. That's how I try to handle most arguments. And anytime someone's just freaking out for no reason, the best way to handle it, I find, is to just be calm and smile about it and just kind of be the bigger person. And that's what Jack was doing there. And I like that Jack, despite all of the problems that he's going through right now, internal issues that he's having, he's still Jack. He's still his classic Jack self, even though he's struggling. He's calm, he's collected, he's very resourceful. We see that a lot in this episode, which that was nice to see again, because we didn't get to see that too much in the last few episodes. That was more so about Jack's internal dialogue and dealing with Daughters of Aku and Scaramouche and all that. So it was cool to see. It felt very classic Jack, in the sense that Jack was just kind of using his brain and his years and years of training to just kind of get himself out of a terrible situation. So I really liked seeing that, and the comedy aspect was really good. We needed some comedy after those last few episodes, but it was still kind of dramatic. So at the end, we see that Ashi is about to kill Jack, but we go back to a flashback where she sees a ladybug. She sees a ladybug in real time, and she sees a ladybug in the flashback as well. It basically flies into the little castle area. She basically squishes the ladybug, said this is not part of Aku's order. And Ashi was appreciating the ladybug. And who squashes a ladybug, son? What type of person does that? Except for Hawkmoth. But she squishes the ladybug, and she sees that Jack also sees a ladybug, but he allows the ladybug to float on his hands, and he lets it gently float away. And at that moment, she has a change of heart. She was about to kill him. She dropped her sickle and just sat there. So what does this mean? A lot of people are upset that Ashi's redemption arc is happening so fast. I get that. I'm a little surprised that she came this far that quickly. We did see a little bit of change in her throughout the episode. I think, with Jack saving her life so many times, despite her trying to kill him, and she had a little moment where they were about to leave through the blowhole, and you see all the flying creatures and they're like in neon colors or whatever, and Jack and Ashi kind of share this moment where they just kind of take in the beauty, even though they're in the midst of a really dark place and a really bad situation. They just kind of took in the good, the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. I think that also helped it. So we see a little bit of build up throughout the episode. Yeah, a lot of people are surprised that it's only episode 4 and she's already good. I don't think it's going to be that simple. I think Ashi right now, seeing Jack's nature and seeing how he behaves and knowing Ashi's nature and knowing that she is very much not what she's been raised to be. She has always wanted to see the outside world and the beauties that the world has to offer ever since she was a kid. And that's really her true calling in life. That's truly what she wants more than anything. That's very clear. And I think that this is a very conflicting time for her because she feels like, her whole life she was raised to kill this man, and this man is being so nice and kind, and she could see the world like this. She's able to see everything she's ever wanted to see ever since she was a child if she's just with Jack, and she feels like if she kills Jack, then what else is there? What is her purpose? You know what I mean? And I think she just really sees the true good nature of Jack. So I think what's happening here isn't as simple as, oh, Ashi's good now. I think obviously her not killing him is a big step. Not to say that she could have been able to kill him, because Jack probably would have heard her coming because he's Samurai Jack. I think this is more so a transitional period. That was just a very major step in the transition. I don't think Ashi is just going to be buddy immediately with Jack. I don't think they're just going to be friends and partners right off the bat in the next episode. I think for the most part, this is going to be kind of a shaky area. She's gonna be like, you know what, I can give him a chance, but she's probably still gonna be pretty harsh with him. She's just not gonna try to kill him. They'll probably end up in another situation where they kind of need to work together, I would imagine. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I don't think Ashi is directly, immediately good now, but a lot of people suspected that was going to happen anyway. And you guys have to remember, there's only 10 episodes of this season, so we're almost halfway there already, and we don't know what else the writers have in mind, so they have to speed some things along, and I think this makes sense given what was already established in the previous episode. It doesn't feel that rushed to me at all, actually. So I think they're doing a pretty good job there. So I'm really excited to see what happens between Jack and Ashi, if this is going to be a romantic relationship. Is it going to be a father-daughter type of relationship, or are they just going to be friends? They kind of alluded to potential romantic interest in the future, potential foreshadowing there when Jack had a hallucination with the little fuzzball thing. And it was like, oh, what were you expecting? A hug and a kiss? So maybe at the end or whatever, there's a hug and a kiss whenever they are victorious in defeating Aku or whatever happens. Because Ashi does seem like she's going to be mainly a good character in the alignment of good. And I think a lot of people suspected that anyway, but it's just kind of a matter of what type of relationship are Jack and Ashi going to have now that Ashi doesn't want to actually kill him. How long is it going to take for that to develop? That's going to be really fun to see. But yeah, the next episode, I'm super hyped, and I know a lot of people are really hyped about, and rightfully so. We see my boy, everyone's favorite, the roast master himself, the Scotsman. I love Scotsman. The Scotsman has always been a fan favorite. He's probably my favorite character, honestly. I think I even like him more than Aku. I don't know, Aku is really popular, but the Scotsman is that boy. Love him. So the new promo for the new episode basically features an army that is attacking Aku's little lair area, and Aku's just like, he's over it. He's not really feeling it. He's just like, yeah, I guess I'll kill this army. I don't have really anything else going on. Maybe this will be exciting. Who knows? And he turns into a giant ball and just squashes them, just completely bodies them, which is definitely something we probably wouldn't have seen in the original series. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, Aku's definitely over it. He just wants Jack dead. He's kind of depressed and he's just exhausted. And I noticed in this promo, I can hear Aku's voice difference now. Obviously, Aku has a different voice actor since Mako passed away many years ago. So I'm curious, like, I don't know if it was just the scene, because in the second episode of the season with the new Aku voice actor, he sounded pretty close. Like, it was about as close as I feel like you could get without actually being Mako. But in this promo, I can hear the difference a lot more. It's a lot more apparent. Again, it may have just been that specific scene. I've seen that before before in like animated shows where there are certain scenes, certain clips where the voice sounds different, but it actually wasn't. It was just kind of a certain inflection during the height of the moment. So who knows, maybe it'll sound better throughout the episode, but it's cool to see Aku again. I'm excited to see what antics they get into. Not sure if the Scotsman is like leading this army or he's a part of the army, because the Scotsman is also an enemy of Aku. He's also wanted by him. So I'm just really excited to see what he's been doing for 50 years. Has he been just building a resistance of some kind towards Aku, since he may not have run into Jack in a while? I feel like that's kind of what they're alluding to. It'd be kind of surprising given the original series they ran into each other like 3 or 4 times completely by accident, and the world's a big place, so I'd be kind of surprised if that happened. Maybe the Scotsman was in hiding for a long time. Maybe Jack was in hiding for a long time. We know they just haven't really been themselves lately, so Jack hasn't been himself lately, so yeah, I'm really excited to see it. I don't think this is going to be a Jack and Ashi episode at all. I think this is going to be one of those episodes that focuses strictly on the Scotsman and Aku. That's what it seems like it's going to be, because we know in the original series, Jack wasn't always the main focus of every episode. You had some episodes that focused on completely different characters, so this might be another one of those situations. And then episode 6, we get back to Jack and Ashi, or maybe at the end of this episode, we actually see Jack and Ashi meeting up with the Scotsman somehow, and I would love to see the Scotsman interact with Ashi, and of course Jack again after all of these years. I would like to see how much he's changed. Is his wife going to be back? I would love to see that as well. Yeah, I'm really excited. I love the Scotsman, so it should be pretty interesting. But yeah, that's about it. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you enjoy it? Are you guys hyped to see the Scotsman return in next week's episode? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this little review, recap, thoughts video thing, leave it a like, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more Samurai Jack and all things animation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Michael Williams, you've been watching Cartoon Universe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.